Rico and Kayla is about to go live online. Catch All Out Monster hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out hosts, Rico Robles and Kayla Rivera. Stand by and enjoy the program.
We were talking about chicken adobo and life, ladies and gentlemen. Guapdad 4000. What's up,
man?
What's
happening, baby? It's a check. I'm here.
Yeah.
Manila, what it do?
It's been a minute, and you did keep your promise in our last conversation that you were gonna visit, and welcome back. For those who don't know, Guap, I mean, how long? I mean, were you born here? What's the history, the family history?
I was not born here. No, my mother was born here. My grandma's from here. She's from Olongapo, Subic, Zambales, that area. And that's she had a dress shop and worked in her auntie sweatshop before then, around the military base, and that's how she met my grandpa. He decided to take her to this wonderful place in America called Oakland, California, and then they gave birth to a lady that gave birth to a player.
Hey, look at you. Life. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
But of course, you're here for a big documentary that we are talking about. Stoop Kid.
Yeah.
Tell us, the story. I have the trailer here, but I'll play it later. But tell us about the story of that movie.
Stoop Kid is a story of being. It's really my origin story. I talk about being biracial from Oakland, California, Black and Filipino, losing the house that I grew up in via gentrification and what that really means and how that affected me. And it was kind of like a quarantine world is falling apart update, really. And I just wanted to put out something beautiful in that time of all that weird activity.
And when you were filming this, of course, it was directed by who, and then who conceptualized everything? Because it looks like a Hollywood movie. The way
film
it was
directed by Jason Anno and myself, and it was orchestrated and formulated by me talking with Jason and the rest of the team over at 88 Rising. Shout out to them. Production was great. Shout out to the homegirl Abby who masterfully helped me execute on the narration throughout the whole thing. It was a lot of moving parts, but mostly everything came from me and telling my story.
And with this story, does it take back to like you growing up as a little kid? Because we're gonna watch the trailer later.
Yeah.
I mean, and then when you were making the movie, how was it reliving it?
Was amazing.
Was it tougher? Was it like, what are the challenges upon making the film?
I mean, the real problem was for me, a lot of the hardships that I was talking about in the music, I was still suffering from emotionally. My uncle had just died, and we had to shoot stuff in his house after he was gone. So that was really rough. And I got the house tatted right here, 1176, that it's about my Lola's house. And I'm still not over it to this day. So we had to go back to that house and shoot, and I had to look at it and talk to the people that live there now. And I didn't like that.
But a part of it, they say in the journey, when you go through something, whether it's traumatic or something that's great, that turns you to something great, is that you have to somehow verbalize it and tackle it head on, man. So how much of this project gave you some sort of closure, and what did you learn from it?
Man, I think that's why I ended up making it like this, because the music started in a whole different direction. That's why if you really listen to the project, 1176 doesn't really hit the theme of the album until about halfway through, because that's when we decided, hey, man, things are changing and I need to get this off of my chest. And it became very therapeutic. And now I have the body of work to look back on and just remember.
So it's not about like going into clubs with the tracks. It's more of like, this is you This is your life. I'm gonna let y'all in, and the story is not just about chicken adobo. There's something even greater and even deeper with the project and the film itself, man. But of course, the big thing that we've known you for is chicken adobo. What's the story about that song?
Man, I wanted, Filipinos love talent shows. Especially in America. If you was any type of Pacific Islander, Asian, any type of that culture, you seen or did the talent show yourself with the ukulele and somebody sung something. We all know it, right? I wanted to make one of those songs. So that's where it just started Blanket. I was like, as a Filipino kid, I want to make songs for other Filipino kids they want to sing it on the guitar or acoustically at a talent show. And then it grew into like, damn, I also want a song that Filipino people can get married to. So that kind of added to it. And I was like, what do I want to talk about though? Like I wanted to make a song called Chicken Adobo, but I didn't want it to be corny. So I just compared my love for adobo and my grandma's cooking to how a girl would make me feel. That's what I think about love.
I never seen somebody make a song about chicken adobo that's so sultry and for the ladies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big ups on that.
Thank you. I was trying to fuse a lot. I think it worked though.
It worked, and that's how adobo is in real life. It's all fused a lot and everything. And what was the reaction when you released the song? What was the reaction of the community?
It felt good to be embraced. I was so happy that Filipino people came up and supported it the way that they did and rocked with it. People still put it on TikTok, cook with it. 2 people have gotten married to it. So like I hit all the all the check marks for what
all the demographics that you needed to hit.
Okay. So it's been lovely. It's been super lovely to be well received in that way, and I'm happy that it never came off corny and people like it. I still love it. We was listening to it earlier.
And it was like, hey, all right. But but the journey for you go up. I mean, when you started all this, when you were getting into music, when you're getting into hip hop, what got you started? How old were you when you figured out, all right, cool. Is it like more like my way out wherever I am? I mean, just try to make some music. How did it all begin for you?
I mean, I used to throw parties back in the day when I was young. I always been kind of popular, and I always figured out the internet. So I had following, and I was like Tumblr famous and stuff. So people wanted to know what we were doing, me and my homies. I used to throw parties and buy nice clothes, but at the time I was stealing the clothes. So I just dressed nice. Everybody assumed I was a rapper. So I was like, we rappers. And casually, I was already rapping forever. I walk home freestyle. I'm battle rapping with my homies in the house, just being silly. Music has always been a part of my life. Then once I started making beats, I started wanting to be an artist.
So with the beat making, of course, they do say that when you're a producer rapper with Kanye, right? They do say, oh, we're not, you know what I mean? What was it? Was a struggle there when you were trying to make that?
No, because I only produce for myself, for real. Because only I understand the way you should attack the beat so that it's cool. So I never really got that flack for real. And I stopped producing for a while because I started getting so good at rapping, I couldn't keep up with both. But now I'm back producing a lot heavy.
And when you discovered you rap and you're putting out the parties and you're doing all that, right? I mean, and the stages are starting to open. How was it like when you were first hitting the stage? What song did you perform, if you could remember? And how was the reaction of the people?
That's a good question. You want to know how I started for real? I used to perform in art galleries because I paint and draw. So I used to just use those connections to just start rapping at open mics. And it was like 3 people in there, dog. 2 people. Nobody. Other artists, like the people that I came with. And I just never stopped. I used to do a song called Money. And when I first recorded it, and that was like my first song on SoundCloud for real. And all the songs before then was just like random things that I was trying. I remember I performed at my uncle, he was a barber in San Jose. He had a shop, and they do like a holiday party that's pretty big around there. And I performed at the holiday party.
So you were performing for everybody in the barbershop and everybody was there?
Yeah. All
and how old were you when you were doing this?
I started performing early, like this. In between like 17 up to 16 to like 21. I was just doing anything.
Yeah.
I perform anywhere, outside, in the park, wherever there was a mic, and I could show people that I could rap.
Yeah. And I can imagine. Okay, when you're performing for family, lyrics got to be family friendly.
I mean,
what we talking about shorties and all that.
I got crazy family, so I'm saying everything. They got to hear it. I've got to get these bars off. It is what it is.
And then were they hyped about it? Like, oh,
yeah. I mean, everybody really supported me for real because they seen how enthusiastic I was and how lost I got in it. So they was like, yeah. But of course, my Lola wanted me to go to nursing school or be an X-ray technician or work at the post office or fireman or EMT. That one got brought up a lot. Yeah. I didn't want to do any of that.
You didn't want to do medical? Come on, grab a Filipino and you got to be in there, man.
I know. I thought about it, but I just I got to stay away from an occupation that allows me to slice flesh. I feel like I'm too crazy for that.
Then in comes, of course, a hip-hop journey from the family, 15 to 21. How was it now trying to bring the talent to the streets? Were you telling everybody I was Filipino, or was it like race don't matter? Let me get my music out.
Yeah, I decided to be more vocal about being Filipino, more so later on in my career after it already started. But I just felt all the support. And I wanted to talk about it because people didn't know that I was Filipino, and I wanted people to know. I was searching for acceptance and trying to figure out myself and learn about self-awareness. And I wanted to just tap in. I was raised so Filipino. I love my Lola. I cook a lot of Filipino food. I got the broom rice cooker. I send my clothes here in boxes every other 6 months. Like I've been here a lot. So I was just yearning to connect with that side of my existence. So I just started saying it. And I was really like the first one. Don't let nobody tell you that they was before me. Outside of the OGs in my generation in hip hop, I for real was like, hey, I'm Filipino. It's cool. And then everybody else started doing it.
Hey, that's it. You got a trailblaze, right? But what was the challenges? What was the struggle and the challenges when you were trying to make it? As far as when you said you were Filipino, some people might say, hey, you're not Filipino enough, or hey, you ain't black enough. Was there ever that question?
Yeah, all the time. As a kid, more so than as an adult. As an adult, they just kind of have to accept it, especially because you're not going to tell me I'm not Filipino enough while I'm grown. I'm going to beat you up. Disrespect to be like that. I'm just playing, y'all. Yeah, I believe in peace. Practice peace.
Of course, we know that. We know that. You know what I
mean? But you know what I'm saying? No, it just doesn't happen like that. But I could see, especially with older Filipinos, you know how mean they can get. So sometimes they look at me weird or ask weird questions. But I take everything with an open heart because it's. There is a separation of culture and knowledge or ignorance of the industry and things like that. And how people express themselves now is also very different than how older people are used to, So I've been just taking it in stride and just trying to stay as open as possible with my experience.
Now, with you being back here, you're learning so much again.
Yeah.
Like, how many times is this for?
This is my fourth time in the Philippines. Yeah.
So 4th time already. Do you plan to write a Tagalog song?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that in the works?
Yep. I really want to. I want to write the whole song, bridge, hook, 2 verses in Tagalog.
Somebody helping you on that?
No, I'm just speed learning Tagalog as I'm here. And I'm just I got my notes. I've been taking notes and bouncing words off my Lola and the rest of the team. And just
gotta write Bebot too. Hey, right? Gotta talk to Apple, right?
Me and Apple got a song.
Yeah, I heard. And Pilo,
yeah,
right?
Apple and Pilo, yeah.
Yeah, I heard. He was telling me about that. Yeah. He was telling me about that. Yeah, what's the title of it?
It's called Galing. We called it Galing. I speak some Tagalog in that verse, but I don't like go the whole time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm trying to though. I don't want to do it.
Like straight out, just ignite everything, right?
I'm gonna just blaze crazy,
right? So you start hitting.
Yeah.
But okay, so the music's done. You're writing, you're freestyling, you're doing the journey of it. Now, who was the first person that signed you? Who discovered you to go make this for a living? This is the decision that I'm gonna make. I'm gonna run with it.
Yeah. My manager, Sam Lancaster, was the first person to find me, discover me. I mean, he wasn't the first person to find me, but he was the first person to execute on what he felt like he found. It was a lot of people before who just wanted some money from me. Wanted to put me in weird deals and just weird stuff. But I could tell that he believed in me, so I believed in him. I signed to his management company, and we did a production deal. Everything was so early. He didn't even believe me all the way, because I used to be a scammer and was doing all these I was
hustling
I
on
was
the
living
side.
my life.
Yeah.
So he was like, I don't know if you really want to do this. I was like, yeah, I want to do it. I moved to LA with $20 in my pocket and was living inside of his studio recording, and he was showing me the way. Shout out to Sam. Shout out to Sam Township.
Hey, for those that are tuned in, we have Guapdad. He is, of course, in the building. Guapdad 4000. He is joining us straight up from where? Oakland? Nah, he's
California.
here now. He's here now.
I'm back home. This second home.
So, of course, he does have a big concert. He'll coming up. Keep it locked in here. Send in your questions. 09601367931. We'll have him do the Tagalog tongue twister challenge. And also, he's going to be a radio DJ for a day. I'll be teaching him that. So keep it locked in here once again. We have Guapdad. Questions, send them in. Keep it locked in a monster. More of them in a bit. Here on Monster RX93.1, just hanging with Guapdad. You know how it goes. He's here in the building. Studio, make some noise. Yeah, that's what it's about. He is, of course, here on tour. He's going to be performing, and we've been talking about life, his journey, and you know, the challenges. I ain't even gonna say struggle, Guap. I'm gonna say challenges. You know, rising to the occasion.
Yeah.
I mean, with all that in store for you, with everything that's been happening, then you meeting your manager and everything. I mean, now in comes, you got to start writing songs. Was that the challenge? Because from freestyling, I mean, there's a big difference between a freestyler and start writing songs.
Exactly. It's a journey. The songwriting journey takes a long time, and for me, I got famous because of the internet. My clout went so crazy, and a lot of people, I'm just so happy I didn't write any of my big songs, or still haven't even had a hit to that magnitude, like the big one yet, because I wasn't ready. I write better songs now, and I've already put out hundreds. You know, it's been like an evolution, just learning how to do it and what I really want to talk about.
What were the topics that you were in the early times?
In the early times,
it was just about what, getting meeting ladies, clubbing.
Mean, it was really that, but scamming and identity theft. That's what I was really into.
But you know, 50 Cent had his first hit was, or the one that got him in the streets was How to Rob. That was the big one that got him. I mean, was that sort of like?
I mean, Biggie, 10 Crack Commandments, things like that. You know,
you had to win the streets first, right? They do say.
I mean, and it was so crazy because it's not like I was even trying, because I'm personally not in the streets. I'm from there. My family is, all my brothers, they in it, but I was trying to be different because I didn't want to die. Unfortunately, I still ended up living a life, you know, but like I didn't care to talk about everything for real. I just kind of wanted to be the one, because I was one of the first people talking about scamming and how I was getting my money. Before I was so early, people try to tell me I was snitching.
Oh yeah, that's always been.
People try to put that on me just because
you're putting the songs out.
I was putting the songs out, but I ain't never tell nothing. Ever, still to this day. And other people came out and did it right after me, of course, and told everything. But I still stood on my own 10. So that's what it was about, though. Just like my lifestyle at the time, I always can only really talk about what's going on
in your life,
in my real life. Yeah.
And how old are you now?
I'm 30.
You don't you look at 25, 24.
I know,
you know what I'm saying? It's that Filipino gene in you.
Come on, it's keeping me right. It's keeping me right. Black don't crack either, so I'm good on both sides.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying?
I get to win.
I mean, you know, and then putting the music out there, when you put your mixtape out, was it a mixtape first, or was it already an album deal, or now it's a digital time. So you said a SoundCloud, get the song out there.
At this time, when I was early starting, it was SoundCloud, then moved on to just iTunes, and then all DSPs once you get into the system and you know, meet everybody, and you know.
How much has life changed?
Life is completely different. Life is completely different. I went from making beats on the radio that my mom stole from me to like talking to you on Philippine radio.
And you're here.
Yeah, in Manila. So life is completely different.
And the music is there. When you first heard your song on the radio, how was that feeling? It's different when you hear it online, you get the hits, right? But when you hear it on radio, what were you doing? What were you doing those times?
I was I think the first radio station that played me was Power in LA.
Power 106.
Yeah.
Or Hip Hop
because
Lives.
The leakers.
Yeah.
And they just had me in rotation. But I don't know. I was happy, but I wasn't that excited because I was like, okay, what's next? Bam, I'm on the radio. Check. I was just too like in work to absorb it. But later on one day, I remember just driving, and then I heard my song playing on the radio from the car next to me. And then bruh looked over and knew it was me. And he turned it up, and I was like, that's crazy. I'm on the radio, and somebody is listening and caring about it, and I just seen it with my own eyes. That's when I was like, oh, it's super cool to be on the radio. What?
It's like
Because
your
before
famous
it was
there.
like I feel like I was the only one listening.
Yeah.
Because it was just I was living in the studio, homeless. I went out to hear it in my homie car, who just pulled up to record with me. So I didn't really feel it the first time. Now I do.
And then with that, with you hearing yourself, now you're like, all right, cool. Leakers, Power 106.
Yeah.
Big thing.
Yeah.
How was it giving your first autograph?
Man.
Did you have to practice? Did you have like you sit there with your team? I gotta make my autograph.
I already knew I was gonna sign autographs. All my life I've been getting ready to sign something. I used to do it in middle school. Just on my homie stuff. Sign stuff. And I also started drawing and painting. So I used to sign my pieces and stuff, or my sketches that I draw for people in school, stuff like that. So I've been ready to sign something, man. It's a check.
You could just say that's manifesting it, right? It's the manifestation of the world. Now you're famous. You've been traveling and all that. Now in comes the collaborations. Okay, but you being now heard on the radio, who was the most famous person you met so far? Who was the most interesting one?
The most interesting?
Yeah. Start with that.
Probably Rick Ross.
Hey, how was that? Is it skinny Rick Ross or still big Rick Ross?
He was medium. He's medium Ross at that time. Yeah, he's medium Ross.
What did he tell you?
We got a whole 2-hour-long talk. It's on YouTube right now. We talked about a lot. Money management, his story, my story, the parallels and what it was. He just so motivational. Once he turn it on, I'm a person that could turn it on. If I want to control a room, steer the conversation, give advice, I could always manipulate the space and make it that. He shut me down. He was master. I just, soon as he started talking and he turned it on, I sat down and shut up and just start listening, absorbing everything.
It's that lemon pepper, I'm telling you.
Man, that's what we was talking about. I asked him why he wanted to get Wingstop, why did he buy into Checkers, and why did he make the business decisions that he did. And everything was because that's what he used to save his money to get as a kid. That's what he used to spend his last $5 on. So he went and bought all those franchises.
It's smart stuff.
Yeah.
For you, what is it something that you want to get your, if ever, you got your money now, you got your albums now, business wise, what is it that you want to get into? If you were to put up your own business, what would it be?
Man, first of all, I'm going to do something in the Philippines. After being in Boracay for those couple of days, just seeing how the tourism really moves, what's really cool, then coming out here to Manila, moving around and seeing like the actual scene, the youth, the fashion, what people like. I want to bring something out here. I want to do something. I want to be like a cultural bridge, but also a financial one for people. But I just don't know what I want to do yet.
You gotta lay down the foundation.
Yeah, I'm
first.
trying to lay down the foundations, but I want to do some stuff in the Philippines and feed the culture directly out here.
And how was your Boracay trip, by the way?
It was amazing.
How many days were you there?
2 days, 3 days.
And what did y'all do?
Everything that you can do in Boracay. Literally everything. We hit the beach, every single one. Went to Crystal Cove. I was cliff diving, speedboat, jet skis. Big dinner spreads, everything.
What was the most memorable food that you've eaten there? Oh, this is your track sampling.
Yeah,
I Need Love. Yeah. Hey, okay.
It's called I Need Bands because I need that more than I need love.
Hey, okay. Touching on the LL Cool J.
Come on. Shout out LL. If you ever see this, I love you, big bro. Help me clear that sample.
Yeah. That's what it's about. But that was, of course, one of the biggest hits of LL Cool J when he was starting his career. You know what I mean? I mean, for you, I did mention people, Rick Ross. Who else?
Man, there's been so many interesting people that have come and.
What was your takeaway on your conversation with Rick Ross?
I need to make more money. And I need to do it in ways that fuel my spirit so I stay happy, and also in ways that empower people around me to want to be a part of that so they can dive into my infrastructure instead of me just like leaning on myself and then everybody just like following around, you know, just fully integrate my people.
So if you move, of course, in one community, you guys all move together.
Yeah.
Then you rise together.
Exactly.
It's like what LeBron did with his 4 horsemen.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Same exact moves that he's doing.
Yeah.
Now, in comes, Rick Ross conversation, the Grammy nomination.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Yo, from freestyling to just doing
to being Grammy nominated,
dude,
is ridiculous, bro.
How was that?
When we got word that we might, the Grammys like was considering it, right? I already knew we was going. I thought we was going to win. I was so sure of it until I found out Tyler, the Creator, was in the same category as us. Then I knew we was going to lose because he had the best pop album that year. And because he was black, I know they wasn't going to give him the pop category. So he had to be rap album. But it's Tyler, the Creator, and that album was that good. So he has to win something. And that's how awards work. That's how they have to make those decisions. I don't agree with them doing that. I think he should have won pop. But yeah, as soon as I seen him in the category, I knew he wasn't going to go. But I didn't care.
But you were there.
What? I'm nominated. I got the certificate.
Yeah.
To be nominated is a whole title. I was happy with that. What? I get to change my name to Grammy nominated artist. What? And every song that I did on that album was some of the most successful ones outside of the ones that was just J. Cole single. We went platinum off Costa Rica. Yeah.
Hey, that's how big it is.
I got my first plaques from that. 1 gold, 2 platinum. Yeah.
And you have it all on your wall. Yeah. For you, what's the ultimate goal? As a rapper, what is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to achieve?
Man, I want to make an immortal body of work. And I only want one of them. I think that's where my journey is. I want to present something to hip hop that really marks my time. And then I'd be cool. I might just go be an actor or whatever. I start businesses. I might just be a painter for 3 years, design clothes. I'm really creative, and I am starting a creative agency that I'm trying to build out. And that's where I put all my side creative projects, cool stuff that I like to make. And I might explore that. But until I make that project, I'm not stopping.
How do you stay focused, man? I mean, that requires a lot of focus with everything that's happening. You have it all figured out. You have the roadmap. You got your management team. But on a day-to-day basis, on a day-to-day grind, what's the mindset? When you wake up, what's the first thing you do?
Well, if I'm at home, first thing I do is I probably just get up. Oh, I can't say what that's illegal. I'll take a shower after my meditations.
Hey, I like that meditation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and if I'm on my gym regimen, I got to be at the gym by 10. And if I'm not, I'll start recording. But I don't check my phone till 12:30 every day at home.
Until 12:30.
Yeah.
Because it's just gonna make you lazy. Is it gonna?
It's distracting. And I got ADHD. I got to be in control of my idle time as much as possible. And I try my best to do what I can to combat. I can
relate with you on that.
So that's why you like, how do you stay focused? I'm like, brother, focus is
tough.
Is my weakness.
Yeah. I mean,
but it's just all about intent and cracking at it every day. Like there's some days where we have stuff to do, checklists. And I know I got to get it done by the end of the week. And I might skip a day because I just can't that day. But it's about consistently reattacking, reapplying, and getting back to it. And I think I don't mind being a workhorse. If I got the drive to do something, nothing can really stop me. I'm gonna work into the ground.
I mean, you know, with the work ethic that you got, with the focus that you got, with everything that's been there. I mean, collaborations wise, I've seen your collaborations up there. You have some with Young JV.
Yeah,
I hear some of your tracks as well. International wise, what's in store? I know you got new music cooking as well.
Yeah, I can't wait till Apple drops that song. I'm in the Philippines recording a lot of music and meeting a lot of artists. I hope to do way more music with Filipino artists. And I just left South Africa. So I'm doing a lot with South African artists. I owe somebody to feature.
How's the music there? How's the music?
Amazing. South African music is amazing. And they're so talented. They're so talented. It was super tight because the same thing happened in South Africa when I touched down and I met all these superstars from this part of the world, and they look up to me.
Is it like dance hall? What's the music there?
I'm a Piano is the name of the South African genre.
How does the vibe go?
Like,
if you could like,
it's like Afro beats-ish, but it's a lot more vibey. It's kind of closer to old house music, like real selection-y.
Yeah. Okay. And were they impressed when you're performing? Were they like, oh man?
Yeah, no, I had it lit. Mosh pits everywhere, people going crazy. The show was nuts. 15,000 people at the first one, like 20K at the second one. Full crowd of people who just really knew all the words. It was ridiculous, humbling. I cried about it. I had so much fun. It was beautiful.
Can't wait for the music to come out. Whatever you guys made there.
Yeah,
it's gotta be something big.
We stayed in Nelson Mandela house. I wrote a song called Mandela Effect in his house. I had on a robe and I wrote it on one of his notebooks with his pen in the office that we set up to record, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Did you get to meet like the family members of Mandela?
No, they don't stay at that resort anymore. It just kind of turned into a private thing that like friends of family, like Jay-Z and Beyonce, when they go to South Africa, they stay there. It's owned and run by the top lion ranger on the continent, this guy named Dale.
And you got to kick it there.
Yeah, I got to record in there. All the butlers is white, and they bring you anything that you want. Feels really empowering because it's Africa. So I'm like, give me a cappuccino, baby.
Y'all flipping scripts. That's what it's about.
Yeah. So it was good. It was everything. So I hope to do more music with South African artists, Filipino artists. I want to go to Japan.
Top of mind, Filipino artists. Who is it you want to collaborate with? Other than, of course, Apple, you already have. Pilo, you already have. J. Ray Soul, your homegirl. Sweetie as well. Who you want to collaborate with?
Everybody that we've been talking about off camera. James, Ilona.
Yeah.
I really like. It's been I got to figure out baby girl name because somebody was playing it and I was like, who's that? And
how's it go?
I can't remember. But I gotta ask homie what was her name.
Are you gonna be doing some recording here?
Yeah, we recording tonight. We in the studio tonight. Yeah.
All right, cool. Of course, he's here for a concert. We'll talk about that in a bit. But for now, we're gonna check out the movie.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna check out the trailer.
Please do.
We're gonna watch this all together on air. You're gonna hear it, so you guys get a chance to see the trailer. Stu Kid. Here we go. It's a Monster exclusive. Guapdad 4000 in the building.
The greatest scam I ever ran was convincing myself that I didn't need my mama to grow up. I had to take care of my family, my grandma, my brothers, and my sister. I was just a kid trying to raise kids. And when it came to finessing, I was a genius.
You don't usually sell this many gift cards.
We're youth pastors with the Neon Genesis Evangelical First Episcopal Baptist Irish Catholic Church of Douglas T. McKenzie. So just gonna do some gift card purchases to give out in the raffle.
You can slide whenever.
My mama's side is Filipino and my daddy's side is black. Not everyone accepted us. I didn't know I was supposed to behave a certain way because of how I looked. The truth is, I grew up and became my mama because she was a survivor and we were survivors.
God is good. God is great. Let us thank you for our food. Amen.
I'm sorry.
That's why we don't let you say
you want to say grace? I can say grace. You want to say grace?
I'm a stoop kid. I've seen everything on it. If you never moving, they gonna catch your ass.
Stoop Kid out, of course. When is this coming out, Guap?
It's out right now. You can watch it on Amazon Prime Video. If you got Prime, Go ahead and load it up.
I'll find a way to watch it.
Yeah.
All for you, man. Guapdad 4000 joining us live in the studio here in the mall. Make some noise, people. Make some noise. Woo! What's all about?
Come
Hanging
on.
out. All right. We know you're a talented rapper, and you're Filipino, and we're gonna see how well you are in being Filipino. Okay.
Okay.
I have to talk like Joko is.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So here we go. We're gonna drop this for you. Of course, here in your hand will be a bunch of tongue twisters. So pick some. You just gotta say it 5 times as fast as you can. All right. So the first line first. The first one. Go ahead, Guap.
This the longest word in all of Tagalog. I know it has to be. Nakakapag pabagabag kapag kinakabag ka.
Or you say that 5 times as fast as you can.
Okay. Nakaka pag pabagabag. Somebody say this word fast so I can hear it.
Oh, my man here, security guy.
Say this word fast, bro. Look, he can't even. Nakapag kapag kinakabag ka.
All right, next one.
God, that was hard. Okay. Min kaniko ng mekaniko ni maniko ang makina ng makina ni manika. What is that?
Next one.
Shopao shomai suman, shopao shomai suman, shopao shomai suman, shopao shomai suman, shopao shomai suman.
Hey, okay. This one's the toughest one. The fourth one.
Pasco paksiu.
Yeah.
Pasco paksiu, Pasco paksiu, Pasco paksiu, Pasco paksiu, Pasco paksiu.
Hey, he nailed that. Nailed that.
Kapapan sitiria mo palang magpapapan sitiria kananaman.
Okay, say that 5 times.
Okay, kapapan sitiria mo palang magpapan sitiria kananaman.
You talking like he talking pasta, right? I like that. All right, the last one. I'll go for the last one.
Okay. Bagong bahay, bagong buhay sa bagong bahay.
All right, say that 5 times.
Bagong bahay sa bagong bahay. Bagong bahay, bagong buhay sa bagong bahay. Bagong bahay, bagong buhay sa bagong bahay.
Hey!
God.
That's what it's about. So recording that Filipino track, Guap, it will be easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Right.
I'm gonna get it.
So I'll give you a copy of this.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you a copy of this so you could practice it, so that when you record that Tagalog track, it'll all be breezy for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna just put this in my wallet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take.
But
this
a lot
with me.
more in store. We know you're here for a show, but what to expect on your show for all your Filipino fans and for all your fans here.
I'm gonna have the best energy in the whole festival.
Mm-hmm. What's the tracks you're performing? How many songs?
16. I'm doing 16, so it's a lot to expect. I'm doing Chicken Adobo. I'm doing How Many. I'm doing like the Filipino favorites. I'm also doing some new releases and bringing that energy the whole time. It's gonna be great. I love performing, and I cannot wait to hit the stage out here.
And this is your first performance in the Philippines,
yes,
right?
ever. I get to come back home and be an artist, so it's super dope.
And people want to thank, people you want to give a shout out to before you head on out?
I want to give a shout out to everybody in the Philippines. I love this country. I love this place. I love this food. I love my people. I love my Lola. She here with me. My family here with me. My mother, my sister as well. My manager, my photographer, Paul. Shout out my brother, Pressa from Toronto. Very talented. Also, Filipino artist.
He rapping too?
Uh-huh.
Come here. You want to throw a freestyle with no cursing?
Precious he goes crazy. Come say what's happening.
Throw free, but no curse,
you
no
already
curse.
know how we rocking. It's your boy Pressa, Canada Gooster, Mr. Attachment. Shout out Guapo, Big Guapo in the cut. You know what I mean? We out here in Manila about to go crazy.
Hey, is he gonna be a hype man?
No, he is his own artist. We hype for each other.
When you're on stage.
I mean, I might even, if you want to do a song. We might even make it happen.
Those
We might
16
even make it
tracks.
happen. I'll bring him out. That'll be tight.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah,
big. That's
that
gonna be
would.
exciting. You know what I mean? But we're looking forward to that. Guap, of course, all your fans as well. Message to all your fans, man.
Man, shout out to anybody who's supporting me, fans old and new. I really appreciate y'all. Let's get this money. It's a check.
And for upcoming rappers who are looking forward to what you're doing, what you've been through, and where you're gonna be at, it's gonna be some exciting times. You have any message for them?
Watch how I move and look at it as the blueprint for your come up, especially if you're independent, especially if you're doing it yourself. You don't have a deal yet. Use me as the blueprint. That's what my career is here for. I know that I'm early. I know that people steal from me. I don't get the credit. I know that I'm a trailblazer in that way. Watch me and see what I do. Apply it for yourself. You might make more money than me at it.
And when people say no when you were starting, what kept you going?
The feeling that I get when I'm making music. It feels so good to create something that I genuinely feel like is dope, that it's it overpower everything else. Nothing else matter for real. Even my heart was hurt. I mean, my mama told me to get a job. She didn't even want to say it. I could tell that she was struggling to say it, but we was doing so bad. She had to mention it. And I was like, man, I don't ever want to be doing that bad again. So I need to find a way to make this work, because I don't want to do nothing else.
True.
You know? So that was what I was going through at that time.
You just kept on going.
Just kept on going. I'm a workhorse, man. I get up every day and do something. I don't really waste too many days. Get up every day and do something. Everything push you forward, especially when you already in your mind have decided that something is the goal. You know, it don't matter how you get inside the building, but you got to walk there regardless.
True.
You know.
And don't pick up the phone before 12:30.
Yeah.
So if everybody messaging me from now on 12:30, it's when I pick up my phone.
Yep.
All right. Focus.
I do a lot to desensitize myself from the phone.
That's tough. How do you desensitize yourself from your phone? Guap? That's a challenge.
My whole phone, I only turned it in color because I was showing Pressa something in the car, and it's weird to do it, but my whole phone's in black and white. I don't see any color. I don't get any type of endorphin release from a notification or text message or anything. Everything looks like the city of Gotham in a comic book. I hate my phone sometimes when it's black and white.
I mean, that's so tough, but it could be the black and white could probably work.
No, it does. I'm letting you know. It for sure helps my mental health, and it makes it easier to text people back. I can just get to the business, respond to stuff when I need to, especially
the notifications. Oh my goodness. And that stuff pop up.
Yeah. And you like that. Subconsciously, you train yourself to seek. That's why they invented scrolling. So you can constantly give that have that endorphin release and be addicted to this thing. You know, that videos are getting shorter. The machine is built to constantly be grabbing you like this forever. And I don't like that. Can't nothing control me but me.
And you keep your music fresh that way. Because if you were to let the machine control you, your songs would be like as short as pineapple pen.
Yeah.
It'll be like that short. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll be like
and it'll
short.
be sounding like that. And I don't make music like that. I want to sound like me.
Yeah. All right, my man. Well, you take care. I'll see you again.
Yeah, come on. I'm gonna come visit you every time.
Dude,
I come
every
out.
time you're here,
every time
we'll have more than donuts for you.
No, it's good.
You
when you come to LA, come to my house. I'll cook for you.
Yeah.
I swear.
Sure,
pull up.
Hey, my man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Guapdad 4000. Yeah. Christmas plans. Where you gonna be?
Christmas? I'm gonna be in LA. I'm gonna be in LA waiting on my family who is here now to come back because they're staying longer than me.
Yo, greet your family from Olongapo.
Hey, oh my God! Shout out to my auntie Minda. Shout out to all my cousins over there in Olongapo, Zambales, Subic. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all in a couple of days. I'm coming down. Let's eat. Kain.
Hey, that's what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Guapdad 4000 here in the building for those that are watching. Thank you, guys. Of course, the movie, support it. It is out now on Amazon Prime. Guapdad 4000. Here's his track. We'll play 3 tracks from him. But this has been another Monster exclusive interview.
Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive interview. Only from Manila's hottest. Monster RX93.1.